I'll be in the Hamptons living it up watching.
Oh, look at this. You're so bougie, man.
Well,
this guy.
it is what it is.
You're supposed to be relatable.
I am relatable.
To the people in the Hamptons?
All sorts of people. Welcome back to the most motivational segment in all of sports. It's 4 o'clock on a Thursday, which means it's time for the Bud List. It's also the time where we take a little break in the show to read some viewer mail.
We do.
For the year 2023, we get a ton of viewer mail, and we're always willing to read your comments and suggestions. But before we do, we need our letter reading music. Nailed it. Dear Wilds, love the show. Oh, thank you. Sorry for not writing last week. As you correctly mentioned, there was a stamp issue.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
I told you the Postmaster General was low on stamps.
Cool.
Since Ryan and Brian, the twins, are home from school, Don and I are in charge of their summer learning. Do you have any motivational suggestions? Please advise Dawn. Brew, any suggestions from our friend Dawn?
I actually do. All right? Because summer, I was a kid too. Summer, it is hard to get motivated.
Oh, this guy.
But, and I got this yesterday because
they're not a sponsor.
They're awesome. They're awesome cookies. Here's what you do with Ryan and Brian.
Ryan.
Every time they do their work, homework, and learn their language over the summer, whatever it might be, you give them a crumble cookie.
Yeah. Guys, they're not a
I would
sponsor.
start Ryan and Brian. I would start with this one, the sugar cookie with the pink icing. I would take a big, huge bite right now if I didn't have to do the Bud List. But yes, that's it. That's what you do.
It would make him so happy.
That's what you should do. I'm sick. Look,
We would love it.
they're young.
Sponsor.
I'm a little bit older, and I love.
I don't
these
even know if
cookies.
this is legal. Okay, go ahead.
All right, here we go. That's what you should do. That will get them learning French and doing
it's the
algebra.
summer.
No, but Ryan and Brian,
Look,
it's summer slide.
For these,
let's just
it'll get them.
5 minutes in.
All right, here we go. Bud List at number 3, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh.
It's been a blast. Front row at the Knicks playoff games, fist bumping with Spike Lee. Oh, the New York City has rolled out the red carpet for Aaron Rodgers, so much so that Hard Knocks is like, we got to get in on this. We want to go to New York and put the Jets on Hard Knocks. And look, the Jets understandably are like, we rather not. We don't want to. I get it, but they have no choice. NFL rules, they have to do it. And there is drama galore. Drama galore. You got a coach, Robert Saleh, who I like, but some people say we better win this year or is the seat a little hot? You got young superstars like Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson. They might want a lot of camera time. They might get outside of themselves with the cameras there. Quinnen Williams. Sure. He's a great player. We need him. He hasn't signed yet. And you got the new quarterback. That's just to mention a few. All right, what they're going to need is Aaron Rodgers to be this great leader. He's going to have to, because the Jets aren't used to this. It's been over a decade, I think, since they were on Hard Knocks. They're not used to it. Aaron, you're going to have to keep them under control, not let them get outside of themselves in front of the cameras. I don't think you've ever been that great of a leader. You've been a great quarterback for sure. But this is your chance to show America that you also are a great leader. So I think you got a chance to do it. I really think you can do it, Aaron. So this is your chance. All right, at number 2.
Believe in him or no?
I believe he's a great quarterback. We'll see if he's a great leader. All right, at number 2. At number 2. Mac Jones, Wild. Absolutely, he's on the Bud List. All right, look, I will admit this, Mac. You haven't been dealt the best hand.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. As Wild says, they gave you a defensive coordinator for an offensive coordinator. I mean, if I didn't know better, I think it was a joke, like you were being punked or something like that. But it was real, all right? And now this year, DeAndre Hopkins clearly is like, is somebody out there, a better quarterback, gonna give me a contract? He's waiting till the last minute to go to you. But here's the deal, Matt. Good hand or not, this is a prove-it year for you. You have got to go out and show that you are a real baller. All right, I hope you get DeAndre Hopkins, so at least you have a fighter's chance. All right, So you got to go out there, Mac, and fight. All right. I think this is a huge year for you. And I think you got a chance. I can't say I believe in you. You know what I'm going to say?
You don't believe in anybody on this bud
Good
list.
luck, Mac. Good luck.
Good off-season.
All right,
Good
at
luck.
number 1, Kyrie Irving.
Oh, he believes in him.
I do believe Kyrie is a phenomenal player. And I like Kyrie's character. He is a very generous guy, very philanthropic. He's just had to grow up. Kyrie, you've had to grow up like a lot of young men and find your identity in the fishbowl of the NBA. Most young men find their identity. Nobody's watching. Nobody cares. The cameras are on. So you've had some mistakes. You've had some growing pains out there, and some of them pretty bad. All right, so now your market, despite your great talent, is low. Actually, pretty much non-existent, even though you're going to visit the Suns and the Rockets. All right, so here's the deal. If Dallas only gives you a 1 or 2 year deal, max money, but only 1 or 2 years, don't fret. Just go out there and be a great player that you are. And off the court, I know I say this before every season, all right? But no distractions. Just go out there and play ball. And here's the deal. You can still rehabilitate this negative image that you have in some parts, in mainstream America. Because the players love you, the culture loves you, but in mainstream America, it's kind of out there. It's kind of crazy. All right? But you can rehabilitate that, and it'll help you after your career with your philanthropic endeavor.
Yes.
You know, you have a great name. You'll be able to do all the nice things you want to do for people, for the culture, for our people, and I think you can do it. And so if they only offer you a year or two, Kyrie, just go out there and ball. Then you might get long-term contract in the future. So I do believe in you, Kyrie Irving.
Well, I'm glad it ended with that because the Rodgers, Mac Jones. I mean,
but sometimes
Start with the
it
cookie,
is
and then went
sometimes
down,
an
back
indictment.
That's
There's occasionally it's an
I
indictment.
mean, okay.
Can I eat this?
Yes, of course. You're good.
Can you wait
Y'all
until
two
after
just
the
talk.
segment?
I'm
No.
gonna watch. I did my part.
All right, I am going to add to the bud list a man who has done nothing wrong. In fact, a guy who doesn't really deserve to be on the bud list, but, the company that you keep sometimes drags you down. I am adding Joe Burrow to the bud list.
Oh, this is going to be
Because Joe Burrow
Burrow?
has done all the right things, has said all the right things, has played the position about as well as anyone not named Patrick Mahomes can. Joe Burrow has won at every level. And Joe Burrow has showed humility and has persevered through the face of adversity. Unfortunately, he has a few things working against him. First is his teammates won't stop poking the Super Bowl champion Bear Kansas City Chiefs. You have Jamar Chase saying, Pat who? You have Orlando Brown saying, you know what? I prefer quarterbacks that don't freelance and win Super Bowls. That's a paraphrase. And now what you are also going to have, through no fault of your own, is a board media that is going to say, how interesting is it to pick the Chiefs and the best team and the best player to win MVP and the best coach to win the title? You know what? Let's give all the hype that we have left over unspent on the Bills last year that crippled them and put it at the feet of the Bengals. So he has all that working against him, and he will have the added duress, if you will, this is one of them good problems, of a $250 million contract that he is going to sign in the next 90 days. So all of that is going to put massive pressure on Joe Cool, none of which he has asked for. So I think he is under a fair amount of duress.
You made a really strong argument. At first, I was like, Now, I didn't like the part adding the money because the money's not going to be pressure. That's
it's just
good.
He will.
Even if he doesn't win the Super Bowl, nobody's going to say, "Oh, he."
Can I just real quick? If he gets the contract I think he's going to get, if he struggles at all, he will not be called Joe Burrow. He will be called the highest paid player in NFL history, Joe Burrow, which I think, again, if you struggle at all, adds to it a bit. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, the Bengals are talking junk.
Way too much.
All right.
Yeah.
I might be one of those guys that picks them. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
still
there.
studying. I'm going through every game last year and looking at the film and seeing what I think.
Looking at the film, that's
not bad.
Wild's thing.
Well, we both can do it.
I am going to put Chris Paul on the Bud list. And
You
fans of
already
the
got
Bud
him in the
list
uniform. Okay.
can tell when Broussard says he believes in you and means it, and when he says, I believe in you. Now, Chris Paul has told everyone he's excited about joining the Warriors. Take a listen. I believe you, Chris Paul. Kind of. But I'll be honest with you. I'm much like Colin Cowers, am an honesty broker in a mere affair. If you hook me up to a lie detector test, do I think Jordan Poole definitely plays with the Wizards? Yes. Check the thing? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I think Kristaps Porzingis definitely plays with the Celtics? Nick?
That's true. That's true.
Do I think Chris Paul definitely plays with the Warriors?
Ooh, line jumped.
Yeah.
Line
Things
jump.
are moving a little bit. I got to be honest with you. I'm hooked up underneath this suit.
Yeah.
So there's something a little bit fishy going
You know
on
what?
in Warriors land. And Klay Thompson said it best when he was asked by Anthony Slater of The Athletic, what was your take on Chris Paul? And he says, it's weird, man. Chris Paul's on the Bud list.
That's a good one because look, if I'm the Warriors, I'm not saying I can't keep him, but I'm definitely seeing what's out there.
I'm waiting
Absolutely
for
seeing what's out there.
Bradley Beal had his, I think, is it happening right now?
Introductory
Justin?
about
Just
an
happened.
hour ago.
He just got his jersey and did the press conference. I'm waiting for that for Chris Paul. And if there's a delay, my antennas are going to be up. I got 2 of them.
But
Coming up. Oh,
yeah, that's a good one. Go
I thought you just
No,
wanted to go
ahead.
over the cookies.
No,
so I was gonna move on.
yeah, I'm ready. I believe in these. I'll tell you that much.
Kelsey.
Crumble cookie, I believe in you.
This cannot be a regular
The
thing.
CEO of
Every
Crumble
day. We
Cookies.
should do this every day. Every single day.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.